in society?
The problem of human trafficking is very serious because human beings being reduced to the level of chattels. Chattel means commodities, is very unfortunate, and because human beings are not able to exercise autonomous choice, they are induced by certain antisocial elements and they are put into this human trade, sometimes sexual exploitation, sometimes the work of maids, and sometimes domestic help, and even at certain business establishments also. And people are not able to study, their youth is wasted, and women are sexually exploited. So today, Arz Anyay Rahat Zindagi organized this program in coordination with Goa Police to make
students, the refreshments
aware
is served.
to make people aware about the implications of this serious problem. Though police is there to take action against antisocial elements, but unless the society gets aware, they come forward, share information with law enforcement agencies, they are ready to depose in a court of law, we will not be able to make a dent on this problem. So the main purpose of organizing this function by ours was to educate people so that people are aware about the evils of this institution and they would willingly come forward to assist the law enforcement organization. So many more people need to come forward, many more NGOs needs to come forward because state has a very limited role to play because the problems take shape in societies, problem take shape in mohallas, localities. So people have to share this information with the law enforcement. So idea of this conference was primarily to educate people. First of all, we are developing information because unless information is there, any tourist place would become a very attractive target for such kind of offences because customers are available, tourists come, they have the purchasing power. So antisocial elements target tourist place because they get the business there. So as I said earlier, that we need to tackle this problem with more efforts, coordination with the NGOs. So I have instructed my officers also that we need to tackle this problem with all seriousness that it deserves. No human being should be put into a profession without his consent. So bringing girls and sexually exploiting them is a very heinous offense because it demoralizes him or her, or it demolishes his dignity, and he or she is not able to exercise his autonomous decision. So he loses control over himself or herself. So human autonomy is affected. So this problem is very serious, and we are also dealing with this problem with all seriousness. So primarily, when these cases go for trial, so evidence is required. The greatest problem with the successful trial of these cases is the victim sometimes recants her statement or his statement either out of fear, or he or she thinks that he or she will not be able to find any alternate profession. So the victim's testimony is of essence in successful prosecution of a trial. And similarly, we also don't get other people to depose successfully. And sometimes trials also take very long time. So people tend to forget their statements, although we make them refresh their statements, but still with the elapse of time, sometimes the people are acquitted and we are not able to attack this problem with the ferociousness. Ultimately, it is the certainty of punishment which will make a dent on such crimes. So we have organized a conference with the public prosecutors. Director of prosecution was also there. We have identified certain causes which lead to acquittal of cases, and our police training school is developing a module to train the investigating officer so that cases do not result in acquittal, we are able to ensure successful prosecution of the cases so that conviction is obtained.